Alright guys, it's been a while since we've had anything to mess with. People just aren't getting rid of it like they used to. This one came from, I got 3 trimmers that came from some family up in Bucyrus. They came down to visit, and they brought it with them, tried to get it running, and was hoping it would just throw gas in it and go, but they got issues. 2 2-cycles and 1 4-cycle. This one, actually, I don't think this one's going to run. It's a hyper tough. It's a curve shaft, 26cc, 17-inch cut. This one's actually, by the sticker that's on it, is only roughly 3.5 years old. But it feels like you get some decent pulls on it, right, and there it goes. Feels like it's getting like metal to metal, in the cylinder. Like there's there we go. Like there's a cylinder issue with it. But what we'll do is we'll dig into it and find out. And they tried priming it, hitting the starting plate as far as I know, and then but couldn't get it to do nothing. So we'll dig into it, see what we can find. Start getting it apart and take a look at the cylinder and see what we got. It feels like definitely feels like something's metal to metal. So it could have been whoever had it before they got a hold of it could have just been running the wrong fuel mixture and not enough oil. Wore it out. So I mean, the rings could be shot, the cylinder could be shot. I mean, who knows? We've about seen them all. Used a lot of times it's from not running the right fuel mixture on them or running straight gas. And but we get some tools. We'll dig into it and see what we got. Here's one problem. Wish I'd have had that on film, but I pulled this cover. You take it off, and it's just got the one screw, and just give it a little knock, and it'll come off. Yank the plug out, and what is this? No, it is fuel. It's got some type of, smells like mixed fuel. It explains why the cylinder is kind of hard to pull over, but it was plumb packed. When I pulled that cord, definitely got an issue there. So looks like we could have multiple issues. So maybe it does run. I don't know, but that is crazy. Because it definitely smells like really old fuel. But good thing is it didn't throw a spark and set the thing on fire. So, but we got some of this plastic off, which is star bits mainly around the back, and then if you're taking the engine fully out, there's probably one in the front you have to take out. But we'll dig into it here and see what we got. If I find anything interesting, I'll show you. It's pretty basic, just got screws and stuff. But you want to make sure of is like this one. I can't remember if this one it has fuel in the tank. Yeah, so this one does have fuel in the tank. So you want to be careful. If you got one that's got fuel in the tank, you pop them fuel lines off. You can end up with a mess. If there's pressure in there, it can shoot it out the line on you. So I'm going to be careful there. But we're going to dig into this plastic, get some removed, and see what we got. Alright, so here's one thing we've got so far. It's dumping fuel out the exhaust into the plastic, and you can see through here, it's where it was dripping down. It pretty much eased up once I lifted it up, but this is the cover. You got 3 screws, 2 on the front side of the tank and then 1 on the back. This is the just a little plastic cover that sits underneath the fuel tank, so helps if it's sitting on the ground island and just like vibrating around, it's not rubbing on the tank, it's rubbing on this plastic cover. You can see all it's all fuel. So definitely having a fuel issue. I don't know what's it's could be a bunch of blow by something's going on there, but we'll get it figured out. And then the other issue is the cover here where the pull string is. There's the screws. We took the 4 screws out, and you can definitely tell this thing's definitely been in some water. So if it just got left outside or what the deal was, but we'll keep going. See what we can find. Somehow it's definitely dumping fuel in the cylinder. That's some really old stank fuel, but we'll keep digging and see what we can find. Alright, here's where we're currently at. Here's your pull string. Got that off. Look at the inside of that. This thing's definitely had some water in it. Here's the inside. So we have to turn it up to where you can see it. I mean, it's hosed. It's all from just water being in it. I mean, you can turn it by hand and all that, but I mean, it's just soaked. It was soaked, as you can see where it's all corroded. I mean, it's bad. And the bad part is here with the carb. I got the carb unhooked, and which, you know, just dangling here. But the one screw where it goes in, because I just want to take the plastic off and try to, you know, scoot the motor out so we can at least see, you know, the inside of the cylinder better. But it's rounded off, so I don't know if I can get it out. I'm gonna try to get the muffler off. Maybe we can go in from the exhaust port side there, take a look and see what the inside of the cylinder looks like. But I keep trying to get it apart, but it's not looking good. Alright, we got it out of the plastic. This cylinder is just absolutely saturated with fuel. And it is crazy. So I was trying to look at it, got it out, turn it, make sure the rings are, I don't know if you can see the rings are in one piece, but you can see on the table here, this big wet spot from the muffler. I mean, you see how wet it is. Got to screw it out. I mean, you can see I don't know if you can see the glare, but it's just saturated in fuel. I mean, I don't know where all that happened, but anyway. What I can see down in there, you can see the rings. The rings look like they're in one piece. I wish I had a way of showing you guys, but what I can see, without separating the whole, you know, taking the head and everything off, everything, the cylinder looks, from what I can see, everything looks good, is what I'm trying to say anyway. So, just like right there, it's like right when the rings are like right here at the exhaust port for the exhaust to come out. It's right when they start to go down. It's where it feels like it's grabbing and grinding. Right in there. So I don't know. Could be something in here. But I've definitely seen better days. Ooh, fuel's still coming out. I mean, this is bad. Which, I mean, you know, someone definitely left it sitting out in the rain at some point, which they did say. I asked my son, he said that what they told him was they found that someone just had it sitting outside and they picked it up. And so it's hard to say how long it was sitting out there, obviously for a long time. Yeah, it's not just one rainstorm, but you can see where the line up here, where the corrosion line is. You see where it's all just silver up here, and then from here down. So I mean, it's definitely been sitting in some water, but you never know. We'll play with it a little bit, so you can kind of hear it there. Maybe it's not the cylinder, maybe it's something else that's corroded. I mean, even the front, the flywheel, everything's pretty crappy. So we'll take a look. Maybe it's something simple, I don't know. We'll take a look at it, see if we can get it to at least fire off at some point. But we'll see what I got parts wise and pick it up from there. But I did bust a fuel line taking the tank off, so I have to do some fuel lines and a fuel filter for sure. But we'll worry about that at a different point. Alright, I got about as far as I'm going to take it without separating, you know, we're getting the head off and everything, where you can see down into the piston and all that. But I'm kind of curious. I did take some 3-in-1 and exhaust side, put a little bit down in there, spun it, got the rings and everything lubed up real good. And on the other side, your carburetor side, on the intake side, you can spin them around and it'll open it up to where you can get it to where drop some down in to where it gets down into the bottom of the case. Try to lube everything up and make sure no water was down in there because it was obviously wet for a long time. It did seem to free it up some, made it just spinning a little easier. It actually sounds like it's got compression. Yeah. So I mean, we got compression. I don't know about spark, but it does have compression. I looked on Amazon, and you're looking at if you just wanting to get a short block, it was $50 and $50 and up, depending on what all you wanted it to come with. I think $50 it was like no coil, like no, it was just plain. And but yeah, we're not dropping any money in it. We're just curious to see if we can get it to fire up now, because it did loosen up some. It's not so much of a metal to metal sound. So I'm gonna reassemble it. Have to check the take the carburetor and get that old fuel out of it and make sure there's no debris in it, and reassemble it, see if we get the fire up and replace that piece of fuel line. It was busted, so put a new piece of that on it, and I'm kind of curious if it'll start up. So I'm gonna start putting it back together the same way it came apart. Alright, so we got everything back together. New piece of fuel line was the main fuel line that broke off. Everything's back together. The fuel that was in it was in it. It smells like good gas. I'm pretty sure they just put that in it and was trying to start it. One thing I did find though was the main screw that holds the engine assembly to the shaft. That screw is wallered out, so you can get, when there's no tension on it, which is sitting here. So since it's like wallered out like egg shaped, there's nothing to hold the engine assembly from twisting around. So to fix that, you'd have to replace the shaft. But it doesn't mean we can't try to start it. Now I'm trying to get some pressure on it. I did check it though, and it was getting spark. So let's see, make sure we're getting. I think it's pumping up. Yeah. Kinda choke it real good. And I don't know. Nice to have some 2-cycle starting fluid. That thing sounds so rough. Dang on, bro. Alright, what we got? Make sure I'm doing it right. Start and run. Yep, so that's choke. Alright, let's keep trying, I reckon. Well, it runs. I can't believe that, but it does run. I just gotta get a zip tie and put back on there, and it's not happy, but it runs. Actually, I don't even know if I bother. I don't even know if they'll want it back really, because it's the whole shaft assembly, like I was saying, that screw that. I'll show you. Man, she's a smoker. I can tell you that. It's probably all that 3-in-1 I put down in it. I'll show you that screw. This screw right right there. So this screw right here, it goes down through the plastic and into the metal shaft. It helps hold all this tight, keeps it lined up and all that, which, I mean, you have the bottom one on the collar there. It's tight. This one goes into the shaft, helps keep it from rocking side to side and back and forth. It is, if I can get it to back out real quick, I'll just see if I can show you real fast so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Figure out what I've done with that bit. Probably dropped it. Man, whew. But I don't know, it still has some life in it if you actually wanted to. I don't know if I can get this to come out. It's not even ripping on anything, I don't think. If you actually wanted to, you know, put this thing back to work, I guess you could hunt down a shaft. It's weird advice, but me personally, it's not like it's a steel or, you know, top of the line name brand that needs some help. It's hyper tough. By the time you got done doing everything, it's, you could have bought another one. There it goes. Alright. It's just in a bind, trust me. It's, there's that. So back her up. I'll show you that hole. You see there. Enough. It's kind of like, it's just egg shaped. It's wore out. This thing's seen some serious abuse. But you can see there, it's all, well, you can kind of see it. I reckon, trust me, it's egg shaped. Get you a better look at it. There we go. So she's seen better days. I can't even believe this thing fired up. I didn't think it would. But you see how there's no way for the screw to tighten up. But it ran. I can't believe it ran, but it ran. Old hyper tough ain't done yet, I guess. But it's what it is. But man, I'm surprised. Really surprised. It's saying it's a 26cc curve shaft, a 2-cycle, nothing special about it. One of Walmart's finest. But here you go. I mean, it's still runs even after all that. I mean, you guys seen someone just like left it setting, how bad it was rusted up. But I honestly, I didn't think it'd run. But thanks for watching. We'll move on to another one, and I'll let them know about that. If come across a shaft or something, maybe we'll try to toss that engine assembly on it. Honestly, smoking pretty heavy, but like I was saying, it could be. I put a lot of 3-in-1 in there to try to get that where it felt like it was metal to metal. Drop some down through the exhaust port and some down through the intake to get down into the bottom of the case to lube the bearing up. So, but there we go. I ain't gonna hold you up jabbing along. It is what it is. I mean, she's still trying to run. Thanks for watching.